Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Houston Texans.
Let's go, baby. Number set, 19.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
But now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Back to throw, Watson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes, he's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That's trash.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the combine, running a 4.33 40, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. It's caught. It's Miller.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. A first down carry now for Miller. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. He finds his target, Fuller. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Texans nothing.
Reset. 19. Drop deep. Watch the air.
2nd down and goal. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled, and then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to Robinson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson. It's complete. Stills. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 2, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Robinson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. DeAndre Carter back deep. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mahomes now to throw, and this is caught by Watkins. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turf. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. But I think the ball's out. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They run high. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Point after, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
We got work.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Yellow, come on, 80.
Choose the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
452. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Hey, 15.
Shoot. Why?
Mahomes now on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll bring out four receivers. Three of them being sent to the left, one to the right, 2nd and 4. They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like... Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Gain on the play. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Wait. I've got blue, 80.
51. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Hey, yo, go.
Check 24. Check.
Hey, Ripley.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one, because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Single. Rush in.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 1-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. He's got Watkins on the out route. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 85 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So talk about escaping danger from their own 1, clear across the field now. They come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw, and he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. From the 50, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Going deep here for Stills. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go on 4th. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. And out of bounds right around the 20.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it with McCoy. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
leads to 2nd and goal.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Watch the slip. Attack.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 69 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
15.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 77 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
20! We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown.
43, 15. Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
First down. That's it. Number 53.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Third and long. It's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow, yellow. Right.
In the face.
On first down, McCoy. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Get that quarterback, G-Lod.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, their strong